So the next morning, we're going over the events of last night, and the blonde heifer's upset that people was talking about her brother. Why are y'all that invested in this heifer you just met's family business? So Marge is upset with the blonde heifer because of what Rachel said, but the truth is, it's what the blonde heifer said too. Oh God, but Melissa's still fighting for her mama to go to this monkey marriage, and I don't know why. However, they don't believe that Louis is inviting the mama out of the goodness of his heart. They know he's doing it for publicity points. And he is. Oh, now we find out Joe's on his Cecil Whitmore and lost $250,000 of Louis' money. So, Joe, if Louis putting all the money up and it's your idea, how you feel like you gonna get 50%? It sounds like you swindled him. It sounds like you knew the person that was selling these ovens and you were on the take. Well, wait a minute, Joe. If you could put it up, then why didn't you put it up? Why you running to your brother-in-law? Why you running to family? If you had the $200,000, you just should have put it up and shut it up. So now we back and Rachel throwing a party. Jen Fessler's like, why do they have these women just randomly dancing at their parties? Because it's showing they can spend the money, something Rob Dixon couldn't afford. But yeah, I am like, do we need them? I'd spend the extra money on food. Oh God, now here comes Jackie piping up. Everybody at the party. I think Jen was fragile last night. She's pretending to be strong, but she's truly unhappy in her marriage. I mean, look at Bill. I'd be unhappy in my marriage too if I had to go home and get some owl dick. I don't even know what an owl penis looks like, nor do I want to. Look at that man. You gotta straddle that or let that get on top of you. Oh, Lord, and he looked like he smelled like Paco Rabanne. I'd be miserable too, living in that drafty airport, wearing fake Chanel all day, because I'm sorry, her shit is fake. She's either getting it in Chinatown or somewhere out in Paramus. You can tell by that cheap husband, he's spending that money on cars, not Chanel. That's Chanel. The fact that she walked out plastic surgery looking like Miss Piggy lets you know these people is getting everything on the cheap. However, Black Dolores gets on Jackie. Why you telling her business? Because that's why Jackie's a friend of and not on the show, because she's no one's friend. Oh, God, so now Joe gonna mock him. Joe, ain't you got something better to do? Ain't you got some balls to suck? Don't you have some homoerotic behavior to tend to? Go get up in Frank's ass crack. Melissa's still whining her mama ain't invited to this monkey matrimony. So, child, everybody there, and we have our first little confrontation. The blonde heifer pulled Marge and Rachel aside, and she's like, I didn't say that Marge had an arsenal about people in a catty way. I just said it because Jennifer said it to me. I was just saying it because it was said. And Rachel said, and I just said what you said. And I did bring it back to Margaret, but heifer, if you said it, say you said it. So now Marge is a little ticked off with the blonde heifer because she's like, why you believe in anything somebody just walk up and say about me? And the blonde heifer pissed with Rachel because Rachel threw her up under the bus. She broke y'all's trust. You thought you had a kumbaya, but welcome to Housewives. We backbite. So Black Dolores is tired of all the Frank talk, but now we've got our gorilla guru talking about I lost years with my sisters because I was with horrible women. He never takes any responsibility. But Jackie, why are you so pissed that Teresa's talking about who she wants at her wedding and who she don't want there? Why are you so upset? Oh my God, I can't listen to this. Melissa was crying and Teresa's justifying it. Melissa should not be crying that her mama wasn't invited to the monkey merge. So now Louis goes over to Melissa. Oh goodness, but here comes Teresa catching Jackie saying, oh, well, I think Melissa's upset because Teresa didn't invite her from day one. Teresa don't want her there because Teresa wants to hump her husband. Let's talk about the incest in the room. Teresa wants Joe, so Teresa always gonna be mad at Melissa. I want to know why Jackie is so invested in people that don't give a shit about her. But now here come the blonde heifer, and she's mad that they was talking shit about her and her brother. Well, the story doesn't seem plausible, but I don't know why they're that invested in your family business. So everybody at the table's like, well, we just wondered what the rest of the story was. She said that is the story. That ain't good enough for these heifers. She's done explaining herself. So now Rachel goes over to console her. Danielle, that's the blonde heifer's name. And she is a drama queen. Oh God, her and her husband leaving again? You just dragged him down these damn stairs. Man didn't even get his beverage. Rachel was surprised the second that Danielle left, they started talking about themselves. Heifer, it's about storyline. So now Teresa goes over to Melissa and her gorilla, and she says, look, I said there was a history with me and your family, not with me and your mama specifically. Louie's trying to calm Teresa down, and he's telling her she doesn't make sense, but she hasn't made sense in the past 13 years. But I agree with Melissa. He is trying to look like the good guy, but I've seen him stir shit behind the scenes. So now Louie is talking to Melissa and Joe. Over with Teresa. Teresa's saying Joe needs help. Melissa's got daddy issues. She needs therapy. Jackie said, oh my God. Teresa goes off on her. Get out of my face! She's attached to my brother. Yeah, that's his wife. You're attached. That's the issue, Cersei Lannister. Oh God, then Jennifer got to stick up for Teresa. Saying someone has daddy issues isn't an insult. Yes, it is. Oh God. But back with Teresa's gorilla. And Teresa's like, why are you telling strangers who we're inviting to the wedding? I don't want to hear from all these people. Why couldn't you just tell me? And I would have invited her in a heartbeat. Lies. Joe said, well, that's not true, Teresa, because I complained that Melissa wasn't in the wedding, and she's still not in the wedding. She barely got an invitation. And Teresa said, well, you should have had my back more last year. But now Melissa comes up, and Teresa said, I didn't ask you to be in my wedding because of the Margaret stuff, and you didn't stand up for me to Margaret when she was bringing up Louie's video. And Melissa said, well, you should have stuck up for my husband when Jennifer called him a crook. But it sounds like he's a crook. So then Teresa tears off, fix it, Louie. So they get Teresa to sit back down. Oh God, Jennifer, shut the fuck up. Any chance that Joe and Melissa have to make Teresa look bad, they double down on it. No, Teresa does, but you just are so up her ass because you need this check before your husband gets rid of you and leaves you with nothing. Oh God, now Joe. He's like, I gotta leave. I can't take it anymore. I don't want to hear it either. So now Joe comes back and he sees Teresa sitting with Margaret. And he's like, what are you doing sitting with Margaret? She's so dirty. That's why Melissa can't come to the wedding. So now we've got Joe and Mighty Joe Young going out to the cars. And child, they arguing about Teresa being hurt and Joe's actions versus Mighty Joe Young's actions. And that's the shit. Danielle, I see you trying to steal the scene, but it's more of a pilfer than a theft. And just this belabored point of Melissa's not in the wedding. Why isn't she in the wedding? Why isn't her mama there? Look, y'all got an invitation. Just be glad. Why don't you try to work from that? Why the mama got to be there? All right, well, I'm going to see you soon for something.